Hello and welcome to the ETCISO Annual Goa Conclave. I have with me Mr. Taral Shah, who is the Sales Engineering Head, India and SARC, Forcepoint. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Welcome aboard. Welcome to the ETCISO Annual Goa Conclave. So we have seen in today's time that DPDP Act is actually transforming the CISO's narrative. As Ashnavi Vaishnav has announced that 28th September will be the date for the rules to be out, and a lot of transformation is going to take place on that day. And how ready do you think that we are as you handle the data security for enterprises who is looking after the end-to-end solutions for the same?
Absolutely. I mean, when we talk about the DPDPA, most of the customers are not ready for DPDPA compliance, right? Basically, the problem here is that DPDPA talks about the personal data, but most of the organization doesn't have the visibility where the critical data is residing within the organization. It is more impactful for the organizations who are consuming the personal data of the direct consumers, okay, retail consumers. For those, it is really critical to understand the data first and foremost, where the data is residing within the organization, who only the authorized person is accessing those data, and the data which is residing, that is in the encrypted format or not. So these are the very critical component of the DPDPA. And on the top of it, when there is a personal data, it is equally important to take the consent management from the principals, data principals, like the consumers. Unless there is a consent from the individuals, you can't store the data of those principals, okay, for the individuals. And as a data fiduciary for the as an organization, I need to make sure that the data is with me only for the specific duration of the time for the contract period during which the data principal or the consumer is with me. Once the consumer is saying that remove the data for me, the end user, customer has to remove those data from the organization. So these are the critical component of the DPDPA. And the most important point is the penalties. There is a huge penalties government has enforced if there is a data breach of the personal data. Okay, and another part is the children's data. Parents has to give the consent against the children data, and those data needs to be in the safe environment in the encrypted format. So this is all about the DPDPA. Each and every organization has to make sure that they are compliant to the DPDPA. Otherwise, there will be a huge penalty. And in case of any data breach happen, the organization has to make sure that they are communicating back to the DPDPA governance framework that we are being breached, and this is the kind of loss we are making. Right. So that's the important point.
So when it comes to force point, right, as you talked about the criticality of it, how you are helping in when it comes to combating those things, because as it said that you are well aware what is going on and you have to be more proactive when it comes to providing your customers for the same. So how exactly you are ready for it and what you're going to do?
So basically, Forcepoint, I mean, they are very well known into the DLP segment for more than 30 years of experience, right? We now providing the end-to-end data security. What I mean to say by that is that first, starting from the data creation till the data is being disposed, we are helping organization in providing the visibility of that particular data. What is the confidentiality of that particular data? We provide that information as well. Now, how the Forcepoint can help? The DPDPA Act is talking about the ROT data, redundant, outdated, and the tribal data. You can't keep the data of the individuals for the longer time. Okay, we provide first and foremost, we do the discovery of the data and provide the lot of contextual information to the organization that what is the content within the data or within the file. Okay, that particular file belongs to which department, what should be the label or the tag for that particular document, for how long the file has not been accessed within the organization, right? So those are the kind of information we provide at a first place. Then we do the classification and we help organization in terms of the DLP as well, where if the confidential data is going out of the organization, we block that and we make sure that the data exfiltration doesn't happen for the confidential data. Okay, and last but not least, we help organizations to move to the least privilege access. What I mean to say by this is, without disrupting the business, we make sure that the only authorized person have a access to a specific
Definitely,
files,
that's
right? So that is what we are offering to our customer. And last but not least, no matter it's a DPDPA is always in the buzzword right now, but there are a lot of other audits as well,
right.
like RBI audit, SEBI audit, IRDIA audit, right? So we help organization in adhering to those compliance regulatory as well.
Right. No, I think that's really amazing. As you said, that it's a buzzword and it's
Yeah.
something which is transforming, but definitely there are other things also which are important, and that's what a force point is focusing upon.
Absolutely.
What do you have to say about this conclave? How it liking this? If I can have a quick word from yours.
It's a fantastic event. I mean, it's a good kind of collaboration where you are meeting all the CISOs and you are gathering the information. What is their need? That the different verticals are having a different requirement. So we are understanding and how we can help them in a better way moving forward. That is what we are doing in this kind of event, and definitely the crowd is amazing.
Oh, thank you so much for your kind words. We look forward to host you next time as well,
Sure.
and more collaborations to look ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks.